Hey everyone, welcome to this A Live Short. I'm Linda Edgecombe, and we're so thrilled that you've joined us for just a few minutes. The reason I'm doing this A Live Short today is because I decided I was going to send out a blog post and my newsletter, and I went to type it out as I normally do and all that stuff. But have you ever noticed that when you do something that's creative and you put it out there, people actually kind of like to point out your mistakes? And what I've come to realize by a book I've just recently purchased is that it's in our mistakes where all your power lies. Last week I saw a talk show, and the author Daniel Boyle, who wrote The Culture Code, How the Best Teams Are Created, was on the show. And some of his points I just found super inspiring, and I thought really felt well into the fact that I had made some spelling errors on a blog post, and maybe you who are watching this might have seen that come out today. And I had, now dozens of people just to highlight how many spelling errors I actually had, which is great because I haven't had conversations with these folks, so I took it as an opportunity to get to know some people on my list. But he does say that safety, when it comes to creating really good teams, and I'm going to talk about your home teams, like your family teams and your friend teams, as well as your work teams. But safety is a psychological foundation of all really successful teams. So what does that mean, safety? And he says, so exceptional leaders are very capable and able and want to show their own vulnerability. So that means you have to kind of open up a bit. You have to show that you have to admit your mistakes. We all make mistakes. And he says some of the strongest words a leader, whether you're a parent, whether you're a sister, whether you're a leader at work, of your team, you run the company, some of the best words that could ever come out of your mouth, you could start a meeting with is, you know what, guys, I really screwed that up. Because what that does for the rest of the people sitting around the table with you in whatever situation is that it opens them up to truths. And that's where the power lies. So if you really want to create a strong group of people, you want to get to the truths of who those folks are, and it gives them permission. Because you can't get smart unless you know what your weaknesses are. All of us have weaknesses. So my challenge would be that when you have a meeting tomorrow, you open up with, you know what, oh man, I really kind of messed up on this. Or tonight, if you're sitting around the dinner table or around the kitchen counter, however you have your dinner, you can say, man, you know what, here's something that I had kind of a tough time with today. Don't just go in with, hey, what's the best thing that happened at school today, kids? Go, you know what, man, I kind of had a tough meeting this morning. Anybody else have something that's a little bit tough? Because what it does, again, it opens us up to have that beautiful conversation. And over time, what does that create? It creates truths, it creates safety. All those are super key to creating the most powerful teams out there.